I knew that going back to the dorms meant you are very exposed. There's no way of putting really a wall up because everyone sees all of who you are. You know, the proximity and availability is just all there. You can't even fake, I'm not in my room, because everyone knows you're in your room. And so it was a leap of faith. The Lord I felt his calling in my life telling me to just give more. And at that moment, it felt like it was where I lived and just my life.
Missional communities are our strategy here at the BSM to engage the campus with the gospel. And so missional community is us training and engaging students to go back where they already are, where they live, where they study, or where they play, and live as missionaries among those other groups of students.
So for us as upperclassmen to say we think that it's better to live in the dorm because you have more access to people is just really weird. I mean, people look at you funny, people want to know why you're making this decision. It's just not something that's done around here, ever.
Victor and Zaya came to faith their freshman year, within the first 6 weeks even, of moving on to campus. We're engaged by 2 of our upperclassmen living in Jester dorm. That year they were discipled by those same students that had led them to Christ, taught how to pray, taught how to read the Bible, taught how to share their faith, and they were the first to sign up to remain in Jester, to continue the ministry that brought them Jesus.
I had to go back to the dorms. There was no way I could move out, you know? And one of the main reasons was because my life changed at the dorms. Like, I never saw this coming, and because of this, I got to know who Jesus is.
Without the BSM, I wouldn't have known Jesus Christ as soon as I did my freshman year. And without the ministry being here, I think there would have been a lot of people that wouldn't have heard the gospel. BSM definitely encourages us to share with as many people as we can, and my salvation would be there, and then my ability to share with others wouldn't be there either.
So it wasn't until coming into college that I started figuring out what it was to be a believer, and I had absolutely no idea what that meant, what it looked like, how to read the Bible. And the BSM was the first place and the only place that did guide me through that through college. And this missional community, it just taught me that the more I did this, the more I saw that my weaknesses were shown to just glorify God more and people to see Jesus, that this broken person still needs Jesus as much as I do.
Support from the cooperative program makes day-to-day ministry possible here at the University of Texas. It allows us to physically put people on campus in the lives of students every single day of the year. Sometimes UT gets assumed to be a godless place, but the reality is every day Jesus is engaging one of the 45,000 lost students with his gospel, and we get to watch that happen, and we get to watch what people assume to be godless be incredibly glorifying.